everyone and welcome back. I hope all of you are fine. Today we will explore Jake Davis's Honey Spot, a powerful Australian play that highlights themes of racism, reconciliation and cultural identity. Through the friendship between Tim Vinali, an Aboriginal boy, and Peggy Summers, a white Australian girl, Davis portrays how understanding and empathy can overcome prejudice. The play uses youthful innocence and connection to nature to imagine a more harmonious, inclusive Australia on Nigeria's independence and challenges the building of a just society. Let's discuss the literary devices used in Honey Spot by Jake Davis. Number one is symbolism. Symbolism is one of the most powerful literary devices used in Honey Spot. Davis uses objects, settings, and relationships to represent deeper post-colonial meanings. The honey spot itself is the central symbol of the play. It represents Aboriginal connection to the land, cultural identity, and spiritual belonging. When Tim shares his secret place with Peggy Summers, it becomes a symbol of trust, reconciliation, and cultural exchange between Indigenous and non-Indigenous Australians. The bush symbolizes both freedom and cultural continuity for Aboriginal people and the fear or unfamiliarity for white Australians. It stands as a metaphor for the colonial divide that the play seeks to bridge. Animals in nature often reflect Tim's harmony with the environment, symbolizing Aboriginal ecological knowledge and spirituality. The next device is juxtaposition. Davis uses contrast to highlight cultural and ideological differences between Aboriginal and white Australian perspectives. The contrast between Tim's respect for the bush and Roger's utilitarian view of land reveals how colonization transformed land from a living entity into a commodity. Peggy's initial ignorance is replaced against Tim's wisdom, showing how colonial education undervalued Indigenous knowledge. Number third device is characterization. Through the character of Tim, Peggy, and Roger, Davis develops complex representations of post-colonial identity. Tim is characterized as proud, intelligent, and spiritually connected to nature, the qualities that counteract colonial stereotypes of Aboriginal inferiority. Peggy, on the other hand, embodies curiosity, change, and the potential for understanding. Her development throughout the play mirrors Australia's journey towards cultural reconciliation. Roger represents the older generation, shaped by colonial prejudice. His gradual transformation symbolizes the possibility of societal change. Dialogue is the next device. Davis uses natural, colloquial dialogue to make his characters authentic and relatable. The language reflects everyday Australian speech and subtly integrates Aboriginal rhythms and expressions, helping to decolonize the English language in theatre. Through dialogue, Davis exposes prejudice, as in Jim's early remark about Aboriginal people, and models empathy in Tim and Peggy's growing friendship. The controversial style also makes the play accessible to younger audience, reinforcing its educational and transformative purpose. Setting is the next device. The Australian bush functions as more than a backdrop. It is a living character in the play. The bush is both a site of cultural identity for Tim and a space of discovery for Peggy. It contrasts with the artificiality of urban life, symbolizing the moral and spiritual truth of Indigenous culture. By setting the story in the bush, Davis places Aboriginal identity at the center of the narrative, challenging colonial theatre traditions that often ignored Indigenous environment and voices. Let's talk about irony. There is subtle dramatic irony in the way Peggy and Roger initially view Tim. They assume he's uneducated or different, but as the play unfolds, Tim's knowledge of the natural world surpasses theirs knowledge. The irony exposes colonial ignorance and reverses power dynamics. The Aboriginal boy becomes the teacher, and the white characters become the learners. This reversal is a key element of Davis's post-colonial critique. Next is imagery. Davis uses vivid natural imagery to evoke the beauty and spirit of the Australian landscape. Description of the honey spot, like the buzzing bees, sunlight filtering through the trees, the sounds of the bush, create a sensory experience that connects the audience to the land. Such imageries not only enhances the play's atmosphere, but also conveys the spiritual intimacy that Aboriginal people share with the nature. Next is allegory. The entire play can be read as an allegory of post-colonial reconciliation. Tim and Peggy's friendship symbolizes the post-colonial unity of Indigenous and non-Indigenous Australian. Their fathers' contrasting worldviews reflect the generational divide between the colonial past and a more hopeful, inclusive future. Through this allegory, Davis comments on Australia's broader social and political need for recognition, respect, and healing. Next is motive of friendship and education. The recurring motive of learning through friendship runs throughout the play. Peggy learns from Tim about the Aboriginal values, whereas Roger learns from his daughter's openness. This motive emphasizes that education and empathy are key tools of decolonization, echoing Davis's belief in theatre as a form of social teaching. Let's talk about the tone and mood. The tone of Honey Spot shifts from light-hearted and humorous to reflective and hopeful. Davis balances serious social critique with warm, accessible storytelling, ensuring that young audiences can engage with the post-colonial themes. The optimistic mood at the end reinforces Davis's belief in the possibility of reconciliation and renewal. Let's move to the conclusion. Through these literary devices, Jake Davis transforms Honey Spot from a children's story into a rich, post-colonial narrative about land, identity, and understanding. Every symbol, every word, and every contrast serves to dismantle colonial prejudice and reaffirm Aboriginal belonging. The play's accessible tone and profound symbolism make it a lasting educational tool, one that continues to teach Australia about respect, equality, and the spiritual truth of its land and its people. Let's move to the dramatic techniques employed by Jake Davis in Honey Spot. Jake Davis, as both the playwright and the poet, masterfully combines dialogue, movement, and stage design to create a drama that is simple in form yet profound in meaning. His techniques draw from both Western theatre traditions and Aboriginal storytelling practices, creating a truly post-colonial performance space that challenges colonial hierarchies. Let's talk about the stage directions and settings. Davis's stage directions are minimal but deeply symbolic. He emphasizes the Australian bush setting as more than a physical backdrop. It acts as a living presence, reflecting the heartbeat of Aboriginal spirituality. The bush becomes a dramatic participant, shaping the mood, influencing characters' behavior, and embodying the play's post-colonial conflict. The contrast between the domestic space and the natural bush is visually presented on stage, reinforcing the divide between Western materialism and Indigenous spirituality. Use of movement and body language. Davis employs physical movement as a means of non-verbal storytelling, drawing on Aboriginal traditions of dance and gesture. Tim's confident and fluid movement in the bush contrasts with Peggy's initial awkwardness, visually representing their different relationships with the land. As Peggy learns from Tim, her body language becomes more and more relaxed and natural, symbolizing her growing acceptance of indigenous values. This transformation on stage is a visual metaphor for reconciliation. Such physical expressions allow the audience to see cultural learning and the change happening beyond words. Dialogue and oral storytelling. Davis's use of colloquial dialogue mirrors the rhythms of Australian English, blending Indigenous and non-Indigenous speech patterns. The conversational tone reflects oral storytelling traditions central to Aboriginal culture, where knowledge is passed through speech, story, and performance. Tim often speaks with respect for nature and ancestors, evoking the dreaming, the spiritual worldview of Aboriginal Australians. By letting Tim's voice carry Indigenous knowledge, Davis decolonizes the stage, giving authority to a voice that colonial society had long silenced. Contrast in sound and silence. Sound and silence play a key dramatic role in the play. The sound of nature, like the birds, bees, rustling leaves, are used to immerse the audience in the bush and highlights its vitality. Silence, on the other hand, often follow moments of conflict or revelation. For instance, when Roger realizes his prejudice, a moment of quietness may underscore his introspection and transformation. These soundscapes and pauses function as emotional punctuation marks, allowing the audience to reflect on the themes of cultural understanding and respect. Symbolic props. Davis uses a few meaningful props to carry symbolic weight. Objects like a fishing spear, a honey jar, or bush symbolizes Tim's cultural knowledge and harmony with nature. When Peggy engages with these items, it represents her participation in cross-cultural learning. This careful selection of prop ensures that every object on the stage contributes to the play's post-colonial message. Next is humor and light-hearted tone. Davis uses gentle humor as a dramatic technique to make serious themes approachable, especially for young audiences. Tim and Peggy's playful banter disarms prejudice and replaces fear with curiosity. Humor becomes a healing tool, showing that understanding can grow not through confrontation, but through shared laughter and friendship. This technique is central to Davis's humanistic vision that cultural change must begin with empathy. Dramatic irony and reversal. Davis contrasts movement where the audience knows more than the characters, particularly about the value of Tim's knowledge. When Roger dismisses Tim early in the play, the audience already senses that Tim's understanding of the land will prove essential. The eventual reversal of power, where Tim becomes the teacher, delivers emotional and moral satisfaction, reinforcing the post-colonial message that Indigenous wisdom endures despite colonization. Let's talk about the symbolic use of space. Spatial arrangement on the stage communicates power dynamics. At the start, Roger and Peggy occupy the center, representing white dominance, while Tim often appear on the margins, reflecting Indigenous marginalization. As the play progresses, this balance shifts. Tim's honey spot becomes the spiritual center of the play, and both Peggy and Roger must enter his world to learn. This reclaiming of space is a subtle yet powerful act of decolonization within the theatrical form itself. The use of foreshadowing. Davis plants gentle hints of change throughout the play. Peggy's curiosity about Aboriginal life foreshadows her transformation. Roger's discomfort with Tim hints at his eventual moral awakening. This technique gives the play a sense of progression and emotional depth, leading naturally towards its hopeful resolution. Hopeful resolution and emotional catharsis. Unlike many postcolonial works that end in despair, Honey Spot closes with hope and reconciliation. The final scene at the Honey Spot represents emotional cleansing and mutual understanding. This resolution provides a catharsis release, allowing the audience to feel optimism about the possibility of social healing in Australia. Davis's choice to end on reconciliation rather than resentment demonstrates his belief in education, empathy, and shared humanity as tools of decolonization. Finally, we can say that through these dramatic techniques, Jack Davis transforms Honey Spot into more than a simple stage play. It becomes a performative act of cultural healing. Every gesture, every sound, and every silence on stage reinforces his central message that the respect for land, culture, and difference can lead to reconciliation. By blending Aboriginal oral traditions with Western theatre, Davis not only tells a story of friendship, but reclaims theatre as an indigenous space, one where truth, learning, and belonging come together in harmony. That is all for today. Thank you for staying engaged, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts on Honey Spot in our discussion forum. Allah Hafiz.